Good morning, everybody. In fact, good afternoon. It's about 1 p.m, 1300 hours, and I go for a pee in Motel 1, one of the finest toilets in the city centre. Very clean. And I come out and there's 3 Greater Manchester Police vans flashing their lights. So the moral of the story is, hold your wee-wee, hold your bladder, don't miss the content, don't disappoint your viewers, because now, what have we got here? What have we got? The leftovers, the fag ends, the dirty entrails to make haggis with, once the English lords have taken all the fillet steak and the sirloin. Anyway, let's go and investigate. Right, I'm on the wrong side. Hey guys, you okay? So there's a man sideways in the purple t-shirt in the back of the van. Let's see if we can get Sideways Man. How's Sideways Man doing? Oh, I recognize him. He's, well, what can we say? He's got himself into a bit of bother. Hey. And across the road, we've got the cigarette butt police surveying the streets for their next victim. There they go. Oh my goodness. Here come the men in black. Okay, welcome to the library. Manchester Central Library here in St. Peter's Square. I'm sure they're friends. I'm sure they're... Hello mate, how you doing? I'm sure they're friends. Yeah, they're friends. So this is Manchester's de facto Tahrir Square. If the Arab Spring kicks off with the Europeans, this is where it will kick off. This is central Cairo. It used to be Piccadilly Gardens, but it's way too crackheady for that. And so you wouldn't get, you know, reasonable people standing shoulder to shoulder with dribbling retards who are slowly self-destructing with the worst narcotics. So, a few days ago, Reggie Photo, Preston-based YouTuber, very good account, nice guy as well, supreme gentleman. He filmed Manchester City Council and the police giving the Manchester favela, the tent slum, the tent city, giving them their eviction notice. It all has to get done with the lawyers in the civil court, and they've officially been evicted. Now, have they left? Of course not. Because they might just be, in the new Soviet woke Britain, a protected species. Unlike, you know, a rare species of newt, rare species of bird in the bush. When the environmentalists say, no, these are protected people, then they have more rights than you or me, because they're rare. They're better than you and me. And you don't know how many human traffickers they've had to pay off to come and take your taxpayers' money. So they're fine people and protected. Just a little roll past. It's actually grown quite considerably. I'd say there's 30% more tents since the eviction. And it's that running joke. You pump more money into homeless services, you don't get less homeless, you get more homeless, because in a way you make it more comfortable, more realistic to just dump it all, say F it all, and just come and live on the street. Free food, free tents, free accommodation, free showers, free clothes, free sleeping bags, more vouchers, £50 HMV voucher, more. You know, the taxpayer is an endless hamster wheel with 1 million hamsters on it, generating revenue for the protected. And that is the culmination of hundreds of years of British colonialism and knowing that we are the best on earth and the sacrifices we have made. And the logical conclusion of all that is for us to become the very thing that we fought so hard against in the Cold War. That is a Soviet, bleating, culturally Marxist, piece of shit lefto nation. But the good news is, It can all change in 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all it takes for it all to change. You just need the right spark, and you just need the right leadership. We're here at the town hall, and I do feel for them. There's some African gentlemen in there washing their feet, their legs, their arms in the sink because they're at the tent city, you know, the favela. And I do feel for them. I'm not a nasty bastard. I want the best for everyone, but they got hoodwinked into thinking they could just come here and the streets would be paved with gold. And the only way to deter more people arriving here illegally is to send them home with stories that it's not very nice. You get detained in the detention center, then you get put on a plane, and you're off. And you just wasted £8,000. £8,000 with a human smuggler. Now, for Europe and the West to not sink and drown, for us to look after our families and the young men rising up to take our place, and our sons and our daughters, we need to get a little bit more manly, guys, a little bit more testosterone fueled in our defense of the things we hold very dear, like love, liberty, loyalty, brotherhood, European values. They just fade away if you don't flex that muscle. I said maybe. I don't really want to know how Noel looks just like a Thunderbird puppet. So the Koran burner's been charged with a public order offence and also a racially or religiously aggravated. That answers that question, because Islam is not a race, it's an ideology. Now, why are religions more protected than, say, my crazy thoughts? Oh yeah, because when you get millions of people believing in a crazy thought, then it's a protected species. You're not allowed to insult it. So Greater Manchester Police have named him. His name is Martin Frost, 47 years old. At least they didn't publish his address, because they might want him to not be decapitated before his trial, if it goes to trial. Now, what I found also very interesting, they haven't just named the purported criminal, the lighter criminal, the burning paper criminal. They've also named the alleged victim as Fahad Iqbal. Fahad Iqbal. Why are they naming both the aggressor and the... Not me, you weren't saying that to me, were you? Oh. The dickhead's in the building. Right, here you go, Ralph. Have your little thing to play with. So they've named the victim Fahad Iqbal. They've named the alleged criminal Martin Frost, 47 years old. Now, unfortunately, that's a bit of information that both the people defending Martin and the people wanting to hurt Martin would love to know. So I hope the authorities thought very carefully before they started releasing details after we saw what happened with Salwa Momika getting shot dead for his opinions in Sweden. What we're doing now, guys, Martin Frost, in fact, it's probably happening right now. It's about 2 p.m. Martin Frost is being, well, not tried. I think he's having his first hearing. His plea hearing. Are you going to plead guilty or not guilty, Martin? And he's being held, and he's being, well, not forced is maybe too strong a word. He's being put before a court. He's being put before a court directly ahead at Manchester Magistrates, and I'll film a bit closer. So what's the real story? I'd say middle-aged Jewish man, middle-aged British Jewish man, hogtied without questioning after 15 months of anti-Semitic violence and demonstrations, the pro-Hamas weekly thing. A Jewish man driven to the point where he has to make a political statement, has his free speech shut down by not only the police but by the state. It's a better angle, you know. You gotta say it how it is. aggressive man of the Islamic faith tries to censor Jewish man for his political protest here in Manchester. You've got to call these things how they really are. And one solitary news van outside the courts here might not even be for the free speech martyr Martin Frost. It might be for someone else. But where's the crowds of support? Why am I the only guy here? So I've just realized today is Monday, and Martin Frost got arrested on Saturday. So he's basically had a 48-hour custodial sentence in solitary, despite being a free man. Everyone's a free, well, you're an innocent man until you're convicted in the court of law. So it doesn't seem fair. 2 days in solitary, in jail, by himself, for a political stunt. So, big update. Manchester Evening News, the local rag newspaper for Manchester, has just published Martin's address on their website. The man suspected of burning a Koran. And I would say that in order for justice to be served, publishing his address in a country full of Islamists is the last thing they should have done. Do they want him to be assassinated?